Okay friends, I'm back today with what is my apparent big batch freezer cooking series that I accidentally on purpose have found myself doing while I'm home with 5 children for about 3 days, ages 10 and under. My husband has taken teens out of town to do an activity for about 3 days. So I've been working on a vlog called 5 Kids for 72 Hours and sharing different fun things going on. However, in my YouTube schedule in my head, you've already seen that. I see you. So you know, the rainy day continues. Kids are playing with a fun rainy day fort over there. I tried yesterday to get a bunch of pizza dough for the freezer going. I did end up with enough pizza dough to do 2 large pizzas for dinner last night. Then my friend came for a while and I forgot about my bread machines. The rest of my dough didn't turn out because I let it sit too long. I think that was the problem. Or I didn't turn it on. I still don't know. So just whatever. Brand new day. Gonna get the bread machines going with this pizza dough. It is freezer friendly. And we're gonna make a bunch of it. I'm gonna film it and I'm gonna show you all the steps this time. So if you're new here, my name's Jamerrill. I'm a mama. I've got a family of 10 teenagers all the way down to 2-year-old. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so 10 people. We work from home, school from home. I only know mega and lots. We do lots of food all the time. My heart is to help you feed your people. Here we go. I'm gonna get these bread machines going again. Don't judge for how dirty they are on the inside. Send help to come over and clean my bread machines. So as always, this is my one I bought new about 4 years ago. This is my bread machine I found at the thrift store for about $2.99. Also about 4 years ago. Because I started on this one and I was like, ooh, $2.99, I'm adding another. I'm gonna get bread going in both bread machines. So the first thing I'm gonna do in each of my pans is just give them a spray with non-stick spray. It's just what I do. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 1.5 cups of warm water in each bread machine. Next, I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of oil. I have it's extra light olive oil on hand, so this is what I'm using. So that is a nice thing about having 2 bread machines. When I do one, I can just as easily step over to the side and do the next one. So each of these will make enough dough for 1 large pizza. Okay, and this is where I haven't had any real sugar in the house. Next step is 2 tablespoons of sugar. I had a little bit of brown sugar left, and I also have a bunch of confectioner's sugar that's left over from Christmas baking and icing and such. So yesterday when I made it, I did 2 tablespoons each of brown sugar. It helps with the color and all the good pizza things. So, and now I like to, there's a pizza that I make for myself. It's like a 1 mom serving. I make a low-carb, trim-healthy mama pizza as I'm holding this bag of brown sugar with Lavish Bread. So I might make that again and show it in this video too. But there's the brown sugars. So now each bread machine is gonna get a teaspoon of salt. And if you're new to the bread machine, you just put them in. Woo, that got a little extra. Put them in, kind of layer them in this order. For this pizza dough, it works wonderful. I don't stir them or do anything on my own with it. So I have whole wheat flour. I also have some all-purpose flour, but each bread machine is gonna take 3 cups of flour. Sometimes I do a blend and I'll do 2 cups of all-purpose, 1 cup of whole wheat. Sometimes I'll do all whole wheat, sometimes it'll be all-purpose. Sorry, my power is flickering. Stay with us, power. Now, last and most important ingredient. So now we are gonna do 2 1/4 teaspoons of this active dry yeast. Gonna shut my lids. See that, Benjamin? You're shutting the lid. You wanna shut that lid? Wow. Now I gotta plug them in though. So on this bread man, there is a setting it's number 7. Oh, you silly! Ah! No! Ah! Oh! Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. You can't rule which one is going. Okay. Stop Stop the toddler from setting the bread machine. Okay, clear it, finally. Okay, so now we're gonna push it till it gets to number 7, which is for dough. We hit start, that is it. Then you put your baby on the counter. And then on this thrift store one, oh, I push it all the way down to dough. And then we hit start. Here's a little peek at the process. It's gonna be a perfect little dough ball here shortly. This machine is resting for a moment, but this will also be a perfect little dough ball here shortly. Okay, so don't mind the big pot on the stove. That's some soup I've got going on that has nothing to do with this pizza video. But I'm gonna get these pizza doughs out of the bread machines. The bread machines beeped a few minutes ago. And so whenever you open it up, it's just like a sticky mess of dough here. I don't have any flour quickly available. Sometimes I'll put some flour on my hands because that helps with the stickiness. But as I say, I just don't have it in front of me. Let me get this off my hands. So what I like to do is I will put both pizza dough balls in here, then I will get some more going. Now let's see, now I can reach my flour. So anytime you're dealing with dough that's a little sticky, put a little flour on your hands, a little flour on the dough. And I'm gonna let these sit in this big bowl here. They will continue to rise some before I wrap them up for the freezer. That one in there, and now my other one. And so, can you see that? There you go, okay. It was pretty tall, I was just trying to show you that. This time I'll get some flour on my hands. You don't always need that, you just don't know. These little dough hooks come off, so you get those off. So there you go, so there's the other. This is enough dough for a large pizza. We will do some pizzas tonight as well. But again, I'm hoping to keep my little bread making assembly line going. If I could put at least 6 in the freezer, 8, 10, 12, you know, that's what my big batch cooking Mama Heart would love to do. These next 2 that I make may end up being for dinner tonight, and then I'll just see how long we can keep this going. So let me get the next ingredients in. For my bread that's just gonna sit here, I cover it with a towel, just like a clean, dry towel. There we go. It'll just sit there and be happy and like it. And then I will roll that up and package it for the freezer by the time these next 2 are done. It takes about an hour or so for the whole process with the bread machine, but I like it because, again, I'm just layering ingredients and I'm going on with my bad self, doing other things, and then I come back, pizza dough is done, get some more going, get the assembly line working. I got 2 large pizzas done. I'm going to get these in the oven. They're gonna be in at 450, and we're gonna have us some pizza for dinner. Next up, I'm going to do, because I've got a lot of requests to show how I did the Lavish Bread pizza. I'm going to do that after I get these in the oven. Serving up pizza. Here's how it's looking. Got another one in the oven, just took out the Lavish Bread. And then here is the Lavish Bread pizza. So it's Lavish Bread, pizza sauce, some shredded cheese, pepperoni in the oven at 450 for about 45 minutes. Super easy. I love it. Recipe will be linked down in the description below. And then here is the second large pizza I just took out of the oven. Yes, and amen, homemade large pizza. So, Mama got her pajamas and her robe on, you know it's serious. I have 2 pizza dough balls done from earlier and 2 more that just got done. Of course, I cooked 2 for dinner, so that's 6 total. I'm going to get these 4 wrapped up and get 2 more going in the bread machines. It could be that by the time before I turn into a pumpkin tonight, as I say, before bed, I might actually have 8 for the freezer, which would be nice. So I just finished these 2 pizzas. These were with the all-purpose flour, so these are ready to be wrapped up in the freezer. And then these 2 with the whole wheat flour. These are gonna sit in the bowl. They're still a little sticky. I'm not gonna mess with them anymore. They're gonna sit in the bowl and be covered with a towel while our next 2 loaves get going in the bread machine. What I like to do is I wrap them in plastic wrap and then foil, then plastic wrap again, and then I put them in a freezer bag. I'm out of foil, I know, I can't believe it. So I'm just going to wrap them really well in plastic wrap and get them in the freezer bag, and I know we're gonna eat these pizzas within the next few weeks, so just not gonna worry about it, because again, we always work with what we have on hand, make the best with what we have, and I just don't have any foil, so there's that. So today, it's Monday, we're up having breakfast, start of a brand new day, and I am here rolling up the rest of the dough from the pizzas that got made the night before. We'll roll these up and get these in the freezers as well. Actually, since today my husband and the teenagers are home and they didn't get pizza for the weekend, everyone is requesting homemade pizza for lunch today. So I guess we'll just spin that record one more time, but I'm determined to keep these bread machines going over, I'm thinking, Monday and Tuesday. Now, you know my goal was to get 6 to 8 rolls of pizza dough in the freezer for later. Now I'm thinking, could I get 20? If I could get 20 rolls of pizza dough in the freezer, that really would take care of our family's homemade pizza needs for up to the next 2 months or so. Okay, that's the hard truth with batch cooking, is that as you make it, of course, you have to like fight against the fact that your family wants to eat it too. So, hold on 1 minute. After all this pizza cooking, I've got 6 large pizzas. These are going in the freezer, but I'm gonna get the bread machines going because we have pizza on our minds. We're having another friend come over to play this afternoon. Okay, so our Monday is a-flowing. Still haven't got any farther on that pizza. Hopefully this shows you when you get a batch cooking project going, you just pick away at it as you can. So I'm gonna get more pizza dough going in the bread machines, but I know that's for my husband and teens who were gone all weekend who didn't get any of this pizza that I've been slowly working on. So I said we did get 6 in the freezer, so I'm gonna make some more now. And then we got friends coming over, we got dinner, Taekwondo tonight. Maybe I can get some more going while we're gone at Taekwondo, some more going before bedtime. I'm telling you, my goal has changed now. I am getting 20 in the freezer, so that means I need to make 14 more. I can still do math. Did I do that math? I did it. As I've already mentioned, I use a variety of combinations with whole wheat flour or all-purpose flour with this bread machine pizza dough. One thing I wanted to mention, and some of these things I don't know until like I get working with it again, and I think, oh, that's a tip I should share with you. So if I use 3 cups of all-purpose flour in this bread machine pizza dough recipe, many times when the all-purpose flour pizza dough comes out, it's wetter. And so whenever I put it in the bowl, I need to mix up to a half a cup or so, it's eyeball in school, of extra just dry flour with it, and it's, you know, super sticky and such, and that just works the stickiness out and helps the pizza dough live a better life in general. That's how I'll explain that. Whenever I do, like we'll say 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, it doesn't need as much flour when it comes out. It's a little bit, when I say drier, it's perfect. It's not as wet as when I'm using just all-purpose flour. The science behind that, maybe I need to use a little less water, like maybe half a cup less water whenever I work with the all-purpose flour. However, I just stick to my same basic recipe. I do my Jamerrill eyeball in school, and I don't change anything, except I know when those all-purpose flour pizzas come out, again, it's going to be a wetter dough, and I'm going to need to add some more flour at the end there. That makes sense? And I might actually, just to show you, I've got to get some more whole wheat flour. Let's see, I think I probably have a cup or so left. So maybe since I've told you this, I will make 2 with all-purpose flour to show you what I mean. Now I'm to the step where I need 3 cups all-purpose flour in each. Again, it's something that I don't think about anymore whenever I'm doing bread machine pizza dough, but it's something that if you do my recipe for the first time and you use all-purpose flour, you may say, Jamerrill, my dough is too wet, I don't know what to do, or blame me. I may get blamed for the pizza. Pizza shame. Oh, that's what we call it. It could be pizza shame, right? Because I often use whole wheat flour, I forget about that as well. And I'm sure in the comments, we've got bakers, we have real chefs, not just mama chefs, who watch these videos and share lots of helpful information in the comments. So you can just let us know your bread machine pizza dough tips and tricks as well. But this recipe is excellent, does work, tried and true. It's just that extra little trick if you use all-purpose flour. More afternoon confessions from Jamerrill's kitchen. These lovely 6 pizzas we got in the freezer. Yeah. Well, maybe we're gonna put 3 back. They hadn't been in there too long. But I just realized, this is again real life kitchen talk mama, just got these bread machines going. Wanted to get them started this morning. It's now 1 o'clock. Between life, I didn't get the bread machines going until right now when you watch me. Friends are almost here. Another roof quote guy coming. Travis will be back home soon. So it's gonna be, you know, lunch for 12 to 13. So 3 large pizzas doesn't seem like enough for 13 people, but I have carrots and I have ranch. So we'll add that along as a side. What I'm going to do though is besides my 2 pizzas with the round pizza pans, I'm also going to do a sheet pan pizza. Oh yes. What am I going to do different? Not much else. I'm going to make my pizza in the shape of a rectangle and stretch it out over my sheet pan. But I just thought it'd be fun to also show you yet another way we can use this pizza dough that's the same but slightly different. Just dusting this dough with some garlic powder, and I'm going to sprinkle some oregano on. Perfect. So you spread out the sauce top it with the rest of our cheese, and then use the last of these pepperonis. And yay! I'm going to get this big sheet pan pizza in the oven. This is the equivalent of 2 large pizzas. Oh, I just had an idea. You could make a smiley face pizza. Amelia's smiley face pizza. Yay! Okay, so you saw those pizzas for lunch. I almost said lunch for pizzas. Naomi's cutting them. Anyway, the all-white purpose flour dough is now out. I'm going to cover it with a towel, and it's going to rise for about another hour, hour and a half. Then we will finally bag it up. This is a ball of the whole wheat pizza dough that came out of the bread machine. I just pulled it on out like that. And then this is a lot softer. This is the all-purpose flour dough, and I probably ended up adding about another cup or so of flour to this when I pulled it out. Still worked out just fine. Little messy. When you get messy working with dough, just throw some flour on it. It'll all work out in the end. And then this is, I mean, how many low-carb Lavish Bread pizzas can I eat in a day and it still be okay? I don't know, but I love it. So this is my dinner now, my Lavish Bread pizza with banana peppers and jalapenos. Let me know if you are a spicy pizza mama in the comments below also. Okay, so we got, let's see, lots of pizza here. I have in this bowl, I have 4, the dough for 4. I have the dough for 2 more going. Our freezer count, we have 2 in the freezer. That means after this I'll be back up to 8 if I stop cooking pizza for the family. I think after 3 days of our pizza fest, this should be good. Okay, so getting ready to go to Taekwondo. Not going to get this flour on my uniform here. How much money you want to bet on that? Wanted to show you what this bread looks like when it's rising. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up. There you go. So it's just going to keep on rising and liking it while we are gone. And then the other dough, I did an experiment this time. I think it's going to work out well. It's in reference to the all-wheat flour. Why don't I just go ahead and tell you what it is? So the experiment is, the way I do my recipe has always been, like for many years now, to do the 3 cups of flour. And I thought, since I'm adding so much flour at the end, when the all-purpose flour version of this pizza dough in the bread maker comes out, why don't I just add 4 cups of flour to start when I'm using exclusively all-purpose flour? And that's what I did. And instead of having real loose and wet dough, I have perfect pizza dough balls in these bread machines, just as if I was using only whole wheat flour. I know, it's amazing. So now I'm gonna finish pouring this Diet Pepsi. Been drinking my water, doing so good. Let the Diet Pepsi comments come, I know. But anyway, this is my mama treat on the way out the door. So this dough, here it is in the bread machine. And then here's the dough in the thrift store. And see how that's a nice little ball there? That's usually how the exclusively whole wheat flour turns out. So we're continuing this. I may add an addition to my recipe. See, usually I do a mix of all-purpose and whole wheat flour or just whole wheat flour. I haven't done too many all-purpose flours except for this cooking time this weekend because I had some extra bags of it from other baking that we've done. Yeah, look for that recipe update. So it's another day. It's another continuing this big batch freezer cooking of all this homemade pizza dough. I just shoved this bowl in the refrigerator last night when we got back from Taekwondo. Obviously didn't get back to it today. We've got lots of jobs and things going on today. Tonight is the kids' last night of dance for the entire year. Recitals coming up this weekend, so we're checking that box. We finished it, yay. So I'm gonna get all this bread wrapped up now. My little bread machine pans and cups and such are in the dishwasher currently. When they come out, I'm gonna get some more bread going this afternoon and on through the evening, and we'll see how far I get. this bowl washed that the dough sat overnight in. The bread machine pans and my cups and such, I'm waiting for those. When they're out of the dishwasher, I'm gonna get this cranking again for today. Today's Tuesday. Since Saturday, when I started this, I've made a total of 16 pizza dough balls. My family has eaten 8 of them, and we have 8 of them in the freezer because I gave the kids 2 on Saturday, and I gave them 2 on Sunday, and then yesterday we had friends over and I made the equivalent of 4 because I did that sheet pan one. 8 in the freezer, but we're gonna get to 20. So that means I need to make 12 more, and I need to stop feeding my family pizza now. So no more pizza, guys, we're doing other things. Okay, this is it. It's Wednesday. Started this little how many rolls of pizza dough can I get in the freezer on Saturday. Getting ready to roll up the last of these dough balls, and I'll show them to you on the freezer shelf, and then we're heading to the lake. Okay, so the kids are getting loaded in the van. I got this very few minutes to do my last of my pizza dough math. So what I've done total over the last 5 days is 21 pizzas. Now, you know, I don't have 21 pizzas in my freezer. I think I've got 13. We'll count here. So Saturday, we did 2. Sunday, we did 2. Monday, we did 4. So that's 8. Of course, none of that got in the freezer. Everything I kept making, we kept using for meals. So between yesterday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesday, I have not fed my family pizza. And over the course of these 2 days, I've gotten dough for 13 large pizzas in my freezer. And I want to say this GE, look, poison control hotline, GE black refrigerator has been in our family for over 20 years now. This is from Travis and I's first house, so there you go, still going strong. Okay, freezer time. So I've got 3 large pizzas in this bag, 3 in this bag, 3 up here, and then there's actually 4 in this bag because I ran out of my gallon freezer bags. This is a 2-gallon bag, so I've just got 2 in a row. There you go. And you know me, I've mentioned it so many times. I wanted 20 pizzas in the freezer. And I could keep going, but I'm gonna call it quits. So I hope this encourages you that you can just keep the bread machines going and get various projects slowly pulled together. I have not had any big, like, all day total 7 a.m., 7 p.m., or 4 p.m. to 1 a.m., or however I do at freezer cooking times. But over the last few weeks, I've been picking different little cooking projects, like whenever I baked all that blueberry bread, and now whenever I did these pizzas. And I've been working on getting baked goods in the freezers for as we need them over this summer. So now we're off to the lake. The recipe for my different variations of making homemade pizza dough in the bread machines will be down in that description below. I will chat with you in the comments. I will keep wearing this hat, and I'll talk to you next time with another brand new video. Bye-bye.